Hey guys, coldbrew here. Welcome back to another video. This must be the weirdest series of tournaments I've ever seen in terms of what Plarium plans to give. It's the one and only. Look at this. Look at this. You've seen it already popping up. It's a Fire Night tournament. It's part of the Titan events to get the web points, to get the blessing for Mikage. And if you manage to get first, what is the reward? This one rare Void champion. I mean, I get it. It's part of the Mikage fusion. That Void champion is part of the Mikage fusion. You get 1 out of 16 of Mikage, right? Yeah, it's 1 out of 16 of the bottom half of the fusion. And what do they give you? They give you a rare if you finish first in a whole tournament group. Come on, Plarium. What are you doing? Seriously, what are you doing? I don't mind giving this as a reward for a tournament, but don't make it a 1 in 100 reward, especially if it's a rare Void champion. And it's not even like a cold heart or anything where people are actively looking for it to get multiple copies and stuff. And it feels like the drop rates for those are lower than usual. It's one of the most common ones, I would say, in terms of, I know I've seen Amaranthine Skeleton 1,000 more times than a cold heart in my playtime, right? Maybe I'm being very selective with my memory, but that's how it feels like. So they're gonna do not just this Fire Night tournament, they're gonna have way more. It's listed here in the turn attack tournaments that they'll have, so you'll have multiple chances for this. All right, that's good. Multiple chances is good, but it doesn't go away from the fact that it's gonna be 1 out of 100 that gets Amaranthine Skeleton, part of the Wearing Green Sun Cursed fusion. How I would like this to have been, it would have been maybe part of the reward, 10,000 points maybe. That should have been the way to get it, because the problem with this one, guys, is that alongside these tournaments, all of these ones, so it's going to be a Fire Knight, Spider, Dragon, Ice Golem, all of them will have the reward for Amaranthine Skeleton all the way to the May 5th. And around that time, after May 5th, it's going to be when the new fusion starts. So don't go crazy on spending energy to get one rare champion. You'll eventually get it from Void Shards, is my vote. It's my say to you guys. But it feels very weird that they put it as a top reward plus minimum requirement for points, guys. It's going to be at least 10,000 points, I imagine, to pick him up. So it's not like you'll spend a little bit of energy, other players will not be competing, and you'll get him. No, you'll probably have some competition, because together with these tournaments, they will have 3x event on dropping regeneration set artifacts, 3x event dropping Shadowkin, 3x event dropping Stalwart set, 3x event dropping Reflex. So Reflex and Regeneration, I expect lots of people to compete for. Shadowkin, accessories and Stalwart, I don't think people really want those. Shadowkin maybe for players out there, for champions such as Shuzen and Yumiko. They want to get good accessories for those. Although, if I'm being honest, especially the endgame players, you'll not see those guys. So I'm not sure how these tournaments are gonna appear. If I'm gonna stop being critical at this point, I can imagine if you don't have an Amaranthine Skeleton in your account, that's how it's gonna work. If you don't have one at the moment, it's not gonna show up. So for me, do I even have one of these? Like, I don't have one, so I imagine, yeah, I don't have an Amaranthine Skeleton, but I've of course summoned it in the past. I have Mikage already, but I imagine I'll see the tournament. I'll be able to compete with others. So let's say I wanted to spend 10,000 of my energy, I'll probably be in one of the competing spots for that guy, but I don't want him. So I'm not sure what's happening. I'm not sure if they thought it through, especially for a rare champion. For the epics, it made more sense now, actually. It's kind of a fail move for Plarium, but we're kind of used to those. I think they're running autopilot for the next 2 weeks or so, because it's the Easter, the Orthodox Easter. So I think that's what they're doing, and they thought to throw some things out there for players. So other big things, the main fusion skill vote is over for Vaultkeeper Wixwell. Of course, guys, as we expected, all the skills are going to be the same. And let me see if I can find the post so I can show you guys what the final skills are. But if you saw my video the other day, we should be able to understand. Let's see, your votes are being counted. Oh, it doesn't say. It says the votes are being counted. Oh, come on. All right. Yeah, the votes are being counted, but we all know all of the defensive skills were selected. So we obviously know what is going to come out of this champion. It's going to be a very, very strong support champion, and we should all be looking out to participate in this one. I've made a video also multiple times so far about this guy and how you should be saving up your resources. I didn't really save my voids, if I'm being honest. I went with 37 voids yesterday for Shuzhan. I didn't get Shuzhan, and now I have one void there sitting. That's going to be 120 points for a summoning event if I get lucky. I've got some sacreds. I should be able to pick up some more sacreds by the time the fusion comes through Doom Tower and stuff like that. But for now, that's it in terms of the overall fusion planning that I'm doing. What I do expect though is for them to do like a hero a path of, no, how do you call it? Hero's path type of event. If it's going to be a fragment fusion for the new support guy, Wixwell, I expect it to be something with souls, okay? Especially now that they've added this, maybe it's something that if you summon champions, souls, in the Altar of Souls, you get points for maybe extra fragments. I'm imagining things, guys. Now I'm speculating. I'm assuming. I have no info about this, so please do not take it to your clan and say coldbrew said this and it's a fact. It's not. It's just speculation of things to come based on previous experiences with Raiden and everything. So I'm saving up my Mortal Soul Stones, saving up a little bit of these Mortal Soul coins that I do have, and with that, I'm basically preparing for the next fusion. And overall, guys, I think Raid is kind of at a point where it's chilling, and we're waiting for something to come for the summer, a big patch for the summer to get everybody excited. I do expect things such as another daily low game champion coming in around June, July, similarly to what they did last year with the what's it called? It was the YouTube thing with, what's it called? Arbiter's Call, the Call of Arbiter series. I don't expect that to happen again, but I expect something big to come in order to get players to be excited about the game again, to get everybody not tuning in to watch these kind of shows, but they want players to be active. So back in 2021, I believe we had Ninja. 2022, I think we had Ronda. 2023, we had UDK, or it was reversed. It was 2022 UDK and 2023 Ronda. No, 2023 we have Artak. So it might have been Ronda and UDK in 2022. 2023 we had this. Yeah, because it was last summer. So 2024, something is to be expected, okay? Something big is to be expected. And I don't think it's out of the ordinary for them to give us like a champion. They do that over the summer. So that's what I expect. Overall, guys, just enjoy the game. Don't spend more than you're willing to, as always. Thank you all for watching, guys, and subscribing to the channel. That's it for today, kind of the news update, and I wanted to express my thoughts on this one. Again, there's going to be a champion chase tournament tomorrow. There's a 2x plus 10x for Riho. Doesn't really matter to me because I do have Riho already, but Riho is a fantastic champion. Her soul will add something to your teams if you're running them. I do use a Riho, for example, in my stage 25 Sand Devil team, where she applies tons of debuffs. So having a great soul for her would have been amazing, but it's a part of a champion chase tournament, so there's no chance for me to compete in a void summoning tournament. So I'm imagining that I'll get zero part in that. I don't plan on competing in that. But you see, all of those debuffs, especially for Sand Devil, are going to be great. And especially talking Sand Devil, this is going to be changed. It's going to be nerfed. I expect the damage of the boss, I expect that change to be what is happening to be way lower than it is right now. So don't stress too much about it if you don't have the soul, or even if you don't have Riho, they'll do something else. They'll do something else. And there's players out there who don't even use Riho, and they use a different champion called Ramantu, which we can all get through missions. So that champion applies so many debuffs, which can be something different instead of using Riho. Okay, so there's that. Thank you all for watching, guys. Again, subscribe. I'll see you in the next one. See ya.